How long do you have to be married in the state of Tennessee to qualify for alimony? That's a very important question. If you don't know the answer, you can walk into a divorce with completely misguided conceptions of what you think you're entitled to. Now, in the state of Tennessee, there's no hard and fast cutoff rule for how many years you have to be married to qualify for alimony. But generally speaking, courts are supposed to help the disadvantaged spouse rehabilitate themselves so that they can financially support themselves moving forward. Now, what does that mean in practical terms? Well, if you stayed home and you didn't go get a higher level of education or you didn't go out and get some kind of specialized training, but your spouse did during the marriage, well, you kind of helped facilitate that, right? You helped your spouse reach a higher level of earning. Courts recognize that. And they, in many cases, will force your spouse to compensate you and to help you go through school, right? So let's say you could go out and get a degree and make more money. Maybe that degree takes 2 years to get. Well, you could be a good candidate for what's called rehabilitative alimony. Now, how long do you have to be married to get that? Well, it really depends. But even if your marriage was relatively short, say maybe only 3 years, if you can be rehabilitated, courts might give you alimony in that case. Now, if you're looking for long term alimony, right, that's the kind of alimony that pays out month after month for years and years and years, then you have to show the courts that you guys are married for a long time. Courts typically want to see what they would consider a mid to long term marriage. And there's no hard and fast rule, but they're generally looking for about 10 years of marriage at a minimum. And that's a fairly long time. And that's why courts consider that long term marriages. So just because you're only married for a couple of years doesn't mean you're out of luck. But if you're looking for that long term alimony, you have to typically show the courts that you are in a long term marriage. Now, if you're going through a divorce situation and you want to know if alimony is something that's at play in your case, give my office a call. I service the entire Tri Cities, Tennessee area, and I'd be happy to sit down and talk with you. My name is attorney Jack Inman, and my number is 423 777 8396.